Welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. I'm Grady, and as usual, this video is brought to you by the Deck of Many and Humblewood.net. Today we have for you the Dungeons & Dragons 45-year Sapphire Anniversary dice set. These went on sale on the Wizards of the Coast web store on December 12, 2019, and celebrate the founding of Dungeons & Dragons in 1974. As a result, this is a limited collector's edition run of 1,974 sets, plus however many unnumbered promo copies are out there. As of the recording of this video, there are still sets available to purchase, so you can check the link in the video description below to buy one for yourself. We also include timestamps in the description if you want to jump to a specific part of the product. We're going to go ahead and do a traditional unboxing of this product to start with, and then go into detail on each included item after that. Let's get to it. Here is our box. It looks like something an Apple product might come in, but I assure you it is from Wizards of the Coast. And inside we have another box. This is the box that actually contains the dice. As we take it out, you'll notice that there are a few other goodies in the back, but we'll get to those in a moment. The box itself is made of reinforced cardboard. It feels quite sturdy though, and then the bottom there is felt on both the box and what is actually a dice tray attached to it. So we'll get to the dice tray and take a closer look at that later as well. The box itself is quite hard to open. That's what that tassel's for, so don't cut it off to play with your cats or dogs. You won't be able to get it open. And whoops, there goes another item. This is basically a thank you note from Wizards of the Coast. It has the numbering of your limited edition product as well as signatures from various employees from Wizards of the Coast. These are not hand signed each, they are prints of the signatures. So in the box itself, there are, it comes with 4 d6s, 2 d20s, and 2 d10s for your d100 rolls, and then one of everything else, the d4, and the d8, and d12. According to Wizards' site, the dice is made of hard anodized grade 6063 aluminum alloy and cut via computer numerical control or CNC machines. By relying on computer-controlled tools to cut the dice, the creation process is supposed to be much more precise, and the resulting dice, if designed correctly, should be very balanced. Wizards has a lot more information on their website, linked in the video description below. The other notable feature is that one of the d20s has a sapphire embedded where the number 20 should be. This is a 1.43 carat lab-grown sapphire, and the rest of the die is supposed to be weighted such that the sapphire doesn't affect the balance. This set comes with 2 d20s, and the other one has the Dungeons & Dragons ampersand logo, where the 20 should be instead, so only one sapphire for you. All the other dice have the ampersand as well, where their max value should be. Now, I've seen some debate online about how expensive a lab-grown sapphire is and whether that or the creation process of these dice justifies its $299.99 price tag, which, by the way, does not include tax or shipping. Also, that shipping is reasonably fast. I think we got these dice about a week after they shipped. You do have to sign for it though, which was a problem for us. Anyway, all I have to say is that while everything in this set looks nice enough, it's pretty clear you're paying a premium for the limited time, limited quantity, anniversary celebration aspect of it. These are, however, supposed to be extremely durable and balanced dice. We have no reason to think that claim is questionable. We have seen online that you can do a float test to see if a die is balanced. You take some water, add salt or sugar to it so it becomes denser, float a dice in the liquid, tap the dice to see if the same side keeps floating back to the top, which would indicate irregularities that make the dice unbalanced, especially if it keeps floating back face up rather than point up. A balanced die shouldn't favor any side when floating, so if you tap it, you should get different numbers coming up. Now, we tried to use sugar partly because we had heard it works better than table salt for metal dice, which are heavier and thus harder to get to float. We couldn't get it to float. We also read online that boiling Epsom salt specifically and letting it cool a bit is actually the best method, but we weren't thrilled with the idea of dropping $300 metal dice into boiling salt water, so we passed. If you decide to give it a try, we take no responsibility for that decision, but please let us know your results in the comments below. In any case, as a general rule, metal dice are usually pretty balanced, and Level Up Dice is a major dice company, so without testing the dice ourselves, those are all points in favor of their balance. As for durability, check back next week to see if we decide to do a special edition of Will It Blend. So speaking of weight, we also had a not very precise kitchen scale, So here's the rough weight of these aluminum dice versus metal dice that Theo bought last year from Die Hard Dice. The error on the scale seems to be plus or minus like 4 grams, so that D4 might actually be negative 2 grams. We also weighed a plastic D20, the aluminum sapphire D20, and the heavy metal D20, which roughly came in at 4 grams, 12 grams, and 30 grams respectively. So, as a general rule of thumb, these sapphire dice are about 3 times heavier than plastic dice, but less than half as heavy as heavy metal dice. I think it's a solid middle ground, especially since we have players who like to roll dice against tablet screens. Don't roll these on anything valuable. They're not sharp-edged dice, but they're still heavy. As we mentioned before, the dice tray is primarily reinforced cardboard. There is felt on the bottom, and the interior is visually textured to look like black faux leather. It feels a little smoother to the touch than the white exterior, but I'm pretty sure it's still cardboard. There were 2 other items that came in the box. One is this stat sheet for an adult Sapphire Dragon, and the other is a sticker sheet. There are 5 stickers on the sheet, and it's quite shiny. The Gem Dragon is definitely intriguing. It reveals that 5th edition will have 5 types of Gem Dragons: Amethyst, Crystal, Emerald, Sapphire, and Topaz, as well as a single Ruby Dragon who rules them all like one ring. Consider it a sneak peek, as Wizards has stated all the Gem Dragons are coming in 2020, so I have no reason to think any of the information here is exclusive to this set. Presumably we'll also get stats for the other life stages of the Sapphire Dragon, Wormling, Young, and Ancient at that time as well. The reveal of the Gem Dragons is in line with all the new Unearthed Arcana we've gotten this year that involve psionics. Gem Dragons are solitary, neutral dragons with strong psionic capabilities. The Sapphire Dragon's tail tips and the horns all float in place rather than being physically attached. They're still dragons though, so they like hoarding gold and other precious items. Sapphires are perhaps the counterparts of bronze dragons in that they're fascinated by objects of warfare. Their breath attack deals thunder damage. And that's it for this anniversary dice set. Big thanks to our sponsor, The Deck of Many and Humblewood.net. Humblewood is a newly released campaign setting for D&D 5th edition featuring 10 new birdfolk and forest animal races in a magical forest where an elemental force threatens their homes. It includes new subclass options, magic items, locations, and a starter adventure to immerse you in the setting. Check out all the products available to order now at Humblewood.net. Please leave us a like if you enjoyed our look at the content, and we hope it helps you decide whether you want this limited edition product. You can also subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when new reviews of other D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder, and tabletop RPG content comes out. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.